I'm going to be giving my informative speech with my mother behind the camera.
Hello.
Good afternoon, my name is Javon Wright. Today I'll be speaking on the topic of illegal teenage drinking. I want to inform my audience of underage drinking in adolescents and the dangerous side effects it has on the body. Research says alcohol consumption is dangerous for adults, so we can all just imagine the effects on teens. And most adolescents start drinking before the legal age of 21 in the United States. I assume my audience knows, has prior knowledge of what alcohol is, whether you see it in movies or see it in stores or in family functions, at family gatherings. Everyone knows, or everyone should know, the general effects of alcohol and what it does to the body. I've discovered sources, and today I'll be giving a speech on the vital points of my research. First, I would like to discuss how my discoveries were made. Through my research, I've come across statistics. For example, what is an alcoholic beverage? According to the article online, the online article called Alcoholisms, the standard drink in the United States has about 14 grams of alcohol, pure alcohol. This can be found in a 12-ounce of beer with about 5% alcohol content, which is like your regular store-bought Corona or Modelo. It can also be found in 5 ounces of wine with about 12% alcohol content, or it can be found in 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits with about 40% alcohol content, which is that's your basic shot of hard alcohol like liquor, whiskey, or vodka, for example. These are all basic drinks that can get the average person tipsy or buzzed. With that being said, alcohol affects everyone differently. Studies say that the more somebody weighs, like the heavier a person is, the more body mass they have a higher alcohol tolerance, just scientifically speaking. Also, males have a higher tolerance than females. So, for example, a 6'3", 200-pound man and a 5'5", 130-pound woman can drink the same amount of alcohol in the same amount of time, and the woman would be more affected. That's because it takes longer for alcohol to get into the system through the bloodstream. Now, on the subject of teenagers, many young people have drank alcohol before in their lifetime, before 21. A study I found on the online article called Underage Drinking states this and says, by the age of 15, about 30% of teens have had at least one drink. By the age of 18, that number has about doubled to approximately 58%. In 2018, national studies said about 7.1 million people underage, ages 12 to 20 years old, have reported that they have drank alcohol beyond just a few sips in the past month. Not only are these facts shocking, but they're also illegal and dangerous to the use of American society. And also studies say that girls binge drink more than boys do. Binge drinking meaning having a few drinks every so often, but not every day. Girls do that more than boys, reportedly. Also, studies show that adolescents like me in college and universities, scientifically speaking, studies say college students drink more than people their age who aren't enrolled in college. The consequences of underage drinking can affect everyone, regardless of who you are, based on your age or whatever. Based on data from 2006 to 2010, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, also known as the CDC, estimate that on average, there's about 4,000 deaths of people under the age of 21 each year, with alcohol being a factor. That is 1,580 from motor crashes, 1,269 from homicides, 245 from alcohol poisoning, falls, burns, drownings, and 492 from suicides. There are some dangers. These are some of the dangers of underage drinking. Teenagers also often have a false notion that the mistakes they make as a young adult won't affect them a lifetime, but this is a common misconception. Everyone feels the effects of aggravated behavior, property damage, injuries, violence, and deaths. These are all results of underage drinking, and it's not a simple problem for families, but it's a problem nationwide. It's a nationwide concern. Studies say that alcohol-related crimes within teens under the influence are public intoxication, minor in possession, intimate partner violence, homicide, and sexual assault. Now that I have informed everyone of dangers of drinking alcohol and the negative effects of underage drinking within teenagers, one might ask, why do people drink alcohol? Research says teenagers drink alcohol to fit in, to de-stress, to cope with sadness, to feel the thrill and the euphoric, happy feeling of being drunk. None of that is really an excuse. What we really should be focusing on is how do we go about stopping this. The American government, in my opinion, could crack down on laws and to prevent underage drinking. Liquor stores could also be more cautious on who they sell to, because the way most underage drinkers get alcohol is because they have a fake. If we crack down on laws for that, that could be helpful towards the cause. Parents could also play a role and be more aware of their children, especially the ones in college, and be more controlling of their child's actions. With that being said, I feel that I stated all the vital points of my research, and I would like to thank you for listening to my speech on the dangers and consequences of alcohol within underage teens.